what's up guys, Benny here, and the brand new Warzone map is just around the corner, and I know you're in a rush to get the most overpowered guns fully ranked up so you can dominate in Warzone Pacific. And in this video, I'm going to give you the 7 best ones so you don't waste any time whatsoever, so you can do exactly that and win your first game as quickly as possible in Warzone Pacific. Now, since Vanguard came out, I've been playing it non-stop, ranking every single gun up, which has been a grind. But I've been doing that on my Lenovo Legion tower, which is a beast of a machine, gives me super high frame rates, great performance, and has allowed me, to be perfectly honest, to rank everything up as quickly as I have. So if you're looking for a brand new PC, make sure to check out the link down in the description below, and you can use code BENNY10 for a discount on a load of hardware. They've also got a bunch of other offers and deals on it as well, but they are the sponsors of today's video, so a big thank you to Lenovo Legion. So the first gun that you need to rush to rank up for Warzone Pacific is the BAR. This assault rifle is quite literally a laser beam with practically no horizontal recoil, and with the right attachments has a bullet velocity of over 1,000 meters a second, which makes it the perfect assault rifle for medium to long range engagements in Warzone. Though one thing to be aware of is that yes, it does have a low fire rate, so you'll be punished for missing your shots. However, it's also one of the hardest hitting weapons in the game, with a base damage of 61 for a headshot, 44 to the chest, and then quite impressively, 40 to the extremities. Vanguard assault rifles also still continue to have 2 damage profiles, so the damage drop-off for the BAR is around 60 meters without any attachments. The only major con for the BAR is its mag size, as the largest mag is 30 rounds, though if Raven do the same thing they did to the STG, I can see this being increased to 40 rounds so they fit into the Warzone meta properly when everyone's got 250 HP. So for the BAR class setup, the muzzle is going to be that recoil booster for increased fire rate. We don't think you're going to need the Mercury silencer, as we think they're going to use the same setup that they've got in Vanguard for perks, which means that your red dot's not going to appear on the minimap if you're firing a non-suppressed weapon unless someone's running radar, which I think is actually going to change up the gameplay quite a lot. We'll have to wait and see though. If it's like how it is in Warzone currently, you're going to want to run the Mercury silencer. The barrel is a CGC 27-inch, which is highly accurate and controllable, reduced scope, sway, and gun bob, and increased damage range, which is perfect. The G16 2.5 times optic, I think it's going to be the VLK for Vanguard weapons. Stock Cooper SP for aiming stability, flinch resistance, recoil recovery, and initial accuracy and recoil. Then the proficiency is hard scope. Now, what's great about hard scope is you get that initial accuracy from your stock, and then hard scope just means that accuracy is going to continue as you stay ADS. And in Warzone, you're always fighting at long range. You're always kind of like staying ADS anyway. So that's a huge proficiency. Kit fully loaded because you don't want to run out of ammo. The rear grip is fabric grip, faster ADS, sprint to fire, hip fire recovery. The magazine, quite simply, is the 50 BMG. It's the high damage rounds for the BAR, and that's probably going to get increased to around 40 rounds in Warzone, based off of what they've done to the STG already. We have to wait and see till we get the actual patch notes, but I think that's what they'll do. They'll just increase all the ammo values for the majority of the guns. Ammo type lengthen for highest bullet velocity, and then the M3 ready grip to round it up for fast ADS, sprint to fire, and aim walking movement speed, just so you got them a bit more mobility with what is otherwise quite a cumbersome assault rifle. But once again, a big thank you to Lenovo Legion for sponsoring this video. Make sure to use code BENNY10 if you're looking at upgrading your hardware, with the link down in the description below. The next gun you'll want to rush to rank up before Warzone Pacific is the MP40. This is practically the Vanguard MP5, and as we all know, the MP5, whether it's been from Modern Warfare or Cold War, has at some point dominated the meta, and I can foresee the MP40 doing the exact same. Now, its damage profile is quite similar to the MP5, with 50 damage for a head or neck shot, and then 36 to the chest and stomach. That, combined with a steady fire rate of over 600 rounds per minute, will give you a pretty solid time to kill on fully plated opponents. But it's also incredibly easy to use and has a fairly long range compared to some of the other SMGs, like the OTS, which damage drop-offs quite quickly. Plus, the MP40 is just one of the classic Call of Duty meta weapons going back to World at War, so definitely make sure you rank it up. So for the MP40, you're going to want that recoil booster once again. The Krosnik 317mm barrel, which is the best one. This is going to make you a lot more accurate and be able to hit your shots consistently. Then something big with the SMGs is you actually want to be running the iron sights because it gives you an aim down sight speed advantage. Now, a lot of people be like, why wouldn't you want to run an optic? Iron sights are pretty darn clean and you're fighting at close range, so you don't really need an optic. Like, we've got through Warzone without optics on SMGs for God knows how long. You don't need it now. Take that extra ADS speed. It will help you out in Warzone. Trust me. Then the Krosnik 33mm folding, faster sprint to fire and movement speed. We then use brace, which gives us better initial accuracy and recoil. So when we fire those first few shots, which are crucial with an SMG, you're going to hit them. Then I run quick, so I run around faster. Fabric for faster ADS, sprint to fire, and hip fire recoil recovery. The 8mm Kars 32 round mag, higher damage, bullet penetration, better bullet velocity, better range. It's just going to be incredible. Lengthen to give you better bullet velocity once again, and then the Mark 4 or 6 skeletal for better ADS. That's your MP40. The next weapon you should be rushing to rank up is the DP27. It's got one of the fastest time to kill potentials in the game with the right setup. And that's one of the scariest things for me with Vanguard weapons. There are so many possible weapon combinations that if you don't use the right ones, you're going to be doing nowhere near as well as someone that uses the best setups. And talking of best setups, remember to check out Lenovo Legion and use code Benny10 for that 10% discount. Now, I think we could see LMGs being used a lot more in Warzone Pacific than we've seen in Verdansk, where LMGs have underperformed apart from the Bruin meta, of course. But the mobility of the DP27 makes it almost assault rifle-like, but with an LMG damage profile, which will deal 46 damage for a headshot and 33 to the chest with a base mag. And that's just going to get better with the class setup, but also has a fire rate of over 800 rounds per minute. That combined with a bullet velocity that's going way over 1,000 meters a second, it'll be easy for you to be able to take on entire squads at a distance without having to worry too much about tracking. So for the DP27, you've got the recoil booster for your muzzle. Remember, that'll be the Mercury silencer if they go how it is in Warzone currently. You've then got the Kova 680mm barrel, the G16 2.5 times optic, the ZAC S2M stock, which you want that horizontal recoil control, which is helped even more by the proficiency hard scope, where when you're in sustained ADS, you're going to get even better accuracy and recoil control, which is huge because whenever you're using an LMG or an assault rifle, you're always in ADS anyway, so that's a huge proficiency. Kit fully loaded, so you got all the ammo you need. Rear grip is the fabric grip that's going to increase your ADS and sprint to fire speed. Then you got the 3006 81 round pan with lengthened, and then the Mark 6. Is it a Mark? Yeah, it's the Mark 6 skeletal underbarrel. Next up, you're going to want to make sure you've ranked up a sniper, and you've got 3 choices in Vanguard: the Type 99, the 3-line, and the Kar98k. Now, personally, I'd suggest you rank up the Kar98. It's got the highest fire rate out of the snipers, similar to the Swiss and Kar98k for Modern Warfare, meaning if you manage to get those headshots in Warzone, you're going to pick yourself up a lot of kills, plus the overall feel with a combination of the optics to the aim down sight speed and how much less you get punished if you miss a shot because of the fire rate. I feel like the Kar98 is just the best all-round sniper to be using in Warzone, with the Type 99 being a close second. Also, one of the reasons I think the Vanguard snipers could end up outperforming other snipers that we've got in Warzone, like the Swiss, is because of the ammo type lengthened, which is going to give snipers a comfortable bullet velocity of over 1,200 meters a second. So you'll find it a lot easier to hit those long-range snipes in comparison. So the Kar98k class that you want to have is from Sprat himself, who is the best sniper that I know. The muzzle is the L break. You've then got the Krosnik 560mm barrel for faster ADS speed. You've already got that bullet velocity that you need. There's no optic whatsoever. Default optics is really good. You then use the short stock for faster movement speed, ADS, sprint to fire, aim walking movement. The downsides are pretty much non-existent, to be perfectly honest with you. Yes, you get a bit more flinch, but realistically, you get those shots off nice and quickly. You don't need to worry about that. Quick scope, so you've got as soon as you snap in, you're going to be right on your target. Very important, so you can hit that first shot and kind of quick scope your opponent, similar to like how the Kar98 and the Swiss are already. I wouldn't use deep breath personally. I'd probably go for like fully loaded or maybe even on hand for equipment dexterity. But for my sake, I'm going fully loaded. So I've got all the sniper bullets, fabric grip for faster ADS sprint to fire, lengthen for the better bullet velocity, and then you've got the smile pistol grip for sprint to fire and hip fire accuracy. But really, it's for that sprint to fire speed. But incredible setup. Make sure to get it in ready for Warzone. The next gun I'd recommend rushing to rank up for Warzone is the automaton, as this ends up having a fire rate that is equivalent to weapons like the AS Val and M13, but with far less recoil, as like the BAR, it almost has none. But it also backs itself up with a 75 round mag, so you'll be able to dish out damage very, very quickly. Also, I've said this many times on the channel, but those high fire rate weapons give you large margins for error, so missing a couple shots isn't as big of a deal. So depending on your skill level, this could be a better choice to the bar. But out of every weapon I've used in Vanguard, the automaton has become one of my all-round favorites because it feels really, really good and backs it up with a fast time to kill potential and no recoil. So you're going to win all those long-range fights that you're going to have in Warzone. So let's get into the automaton class setup. And once again, remember, go check out Lenovo Legion, code Benny10 down in the description below. But the muzzle is a recoil booster. We just love that recoil booster. Remember, that will become the Mercury silencer if it goes back to traditional Warzone. But right now, recoil booster is the way to go. ZAC 600mm BFA scope, so it's as accurate as possible and reduce scope sway and gun bob. Very important with a high fire rate weapon, so you're going to be able to hit all those shots. G16 optic, the ZAC skeletal stock for faster aim walking movement speed, aim walking steadiness, and that initial accuracy and recoil. Like, I love just walking along a corridor with this thing and just being able to fire straight away and kind of having high mobility with an assault rifle. Very, very helpful. Tight grip gives you accuracy and recoil during sustained fire, so it kind of, you get that initial recoil control from the ZAC, then that continues with tight grip. Fully loaded for your kit. Fabric grip is pretty standard, faster ADS sprint to fire. 6.5mm secure 45 rounds. You could go for the 75 round, but it's going to punish you even more on your like ADS speed. But 45, 75, go with your personal preference. Lengthen for better bullet velocity, and then the M3 ready grip for faster ADS sprint to fire and aim walking movement speed. Yes, it punishes your recoil, but it's barely anything. This is really easy to use, almost like a laser. Give it a go. The final gun that you should be in a rush to rank up for Warzone Pacific is the Type 100 SMG. This is the best SMG in the game currently, alongside the MP40, because it has a ridiculous time to kill potential with the Russian short mag, which in Vanguard is just 261 milliseconds, which with an SMG that has a fire rate of 690 rounds per minute is insane. It's also super easy to use, has incredible handling, and also has one of the longest ranges before it starts getting its damage drop off, which is something that should not be underestimated when it comes to Warzone. That range opens the Type 100 to being a really effective sniper support weapon, alongside being a great SMG, but this is just one of the best SMGs in the game, has a really clean iron sight if you want the fastest ADS possible, and loads of other great attachment options. So for the Type 100, we have the number 3 rifle break, which is going to give you better accuracy. We'll get onto why in a second. The Securin 196mm light barrel, that's going to throw your bullet velocity, effective damage range, and recoil all over the place, which is one of the reasons we've got the number 3 break. However, it's close range weapon. The secure iron sights, which is sadly the last thing you unlock with this, give you better ADS speed. Then we've got the Shirashi T100 stock for horizontal recoil control and aim down sight speed. Yes, punishes your movement speed and hip fire, but I think that's worth it for the horizontal recoil control. You then run vital, so you get more headshot damage, which is going to help you hugely when people have got plates on for 250 HP. Quick, so you can run around the map faster. Stippled grip tape, so you've got recoil recovery and initial accuracy and recoil. Once again, just to kind of help you when you're bursting to get those shots on target straight away. 30 Russian short mag, which is a high damage mag for the Type 100. Like I said, I think we're going to get a higher, that will get increased to like 45 by Raven. Lengthened ammo type, and then the Carver foregrip for better recoil control and hip fire accuracy. Honestly, incredible build. Very, very high damage output with this thing. You're going to take people out very quickly, and it's also got pretty good effective damage range for an SMG. I love this. One of the best SMGs in the game alongside the MP40. Get it ranked up. And finally, we have the MP42. Now, this LMG has a huge mag size, high damage output, fast rate of fire. Some builds make it a laser range, and others give you a super fast time to control close, being super viable. And trust me, the MP is actually very good. So this is the class setup that I use for the MG42. I've got the recoil booster for increased fire rate, so I get a faster time to kill. I've got a Krosnik 450mm barrel, so that's increased bullet velocity and range. It's more accurate, and it's highly accurate and controllable. 2 lumps of accuracy, which is a little bit strange, I'm not going to lie. I've then used a G16 2.5 times optic, the Krosnik S91 MG stock. I've then got the tight grip proficiency. I think this is one of the areas that the MG does lack from a Warzone point of view, but tight grip going to help you as you've got a huge mag, especially at a distance. Fully loaded, so you got the ammo. Fabric grip, so you got a faster ADS and sprint to fire speed. And then you've got the 30mm anti-material 125 round, which is actually 150 in the game, which is a bit strange. This just allows you to keep on firing constantly, but stops you picking an ammo type. So you get increased bullet penetration and stuff like that. And then the Mark 6 skeletal underbarrel as well to finish it off. But there we have it. Those are the 7 guns that you need to rank up. Make sure to go ahead and check out Lenovo Legion and use code Benny10 with the link down in the description below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.